We got ourselves team 1 with a Z. Oh, I like the tabard. That's the gladiator. That's the 2400 tabard, right? That looks good, dude. We got ourselves Washi here. Oh, what are we looking like? Sub rogue? Let's go, dude. We got ourselves Sarat as a feral with Valens as an assassination rogue and Pooh. Double pally, double rogue with that team with Washi. Go to up versus Chrysler. Get ahead of succubus seduction. This man's just fiending for them succubuses, dude. You know what I mean? Got us a soul robbed by Chrysler. Cloak of Shadows by Washi, trying to make some damage happen to Chrysler, who is going to pop a trinket immediately with the gateway right afterwards. Denying the rogue as much of the burst as he can. Venter getting set up by Washi, trying to make as much damage happen to Chrysler. This is going to take a little bit extra shadow damage here. It's going to go for a reset, trying to avoid the Charismal Fear onto Washi with the Charismal right after. It's going to hit him for quite a lot of damage with a Succubus seducing him with an Infernal, keeping him warm over there. Washi does get a reset for a second. And looks like he does get a clean getaway. Very unfortunate. Maybe if Chrysler didn't go for Succubus to see, the Infernal would have stuck next to Washi. And that part would have been the end. Maybe a little bit. Just a slight misplay by Chrysler at most. Sap onto the Succubus with a kidney shot on Chrysler. Could be really bad. Washi trying to make a big play here. It looks like he might be able to take him out. Oh no, the Succubus Sap CC. That was super unfortunate. Looks like the Succubus couldn't dive into stealth early enough. So that was a little unfortunate. Oh, on Chrysler's team, we got ourselves Frostboss. Looks like he's going to be up next. On that team, we also got Mavar as a paladin. We got ourselves Kiting God X as a rogue. And yet a warrior. Fury? Looks like single-minded Fury with Cajun. Interesting choice. For PvP, don't you want the Titan's Grip? Isn't Titan's Grip better? Okay, this is what I'll say. Titan's Grip is most likely, and this is my guess. Straight up guessing here. Titan's Grip is probably better. You know why? More stem. Washi trying to not let Frostboss see him at all, dude. He's just trying to go for a complete reset there. Frostboss pick up the eye just now? He might have. Shadow Strike by the rogue. Try to see if he can hit him with a random death and decay. I'd be up from Frostboss immediately. Is going to get himself the extra grippy hand to Washi. Cannot control the hand anymore, but it won't get you out of stealth. So vanishing the hand is actually the play for rogues nowadays. Or shadow melding if you're a night elf. Which Washi is. Frostboss getting denied a little bit of the burst, but he didn't actually pop his big cooldowns just yet. He didn't pop Pillar. He did not pop the Rune Weapon at all. He only popped the Grippy Hand. So that's more sustained damage rather than anything, or maybe like a primer for burst. Big Venter set up for Washi immediately. Frostboss Trinkets and a Magic Zone is going to be working for the shadow damage here, but the Eviscerates are just going through back to back. Frostboss is getting the stun to Washi, does force a trinket. Big fear, but Frostboss does activate the extra helping hand with a pet and sacrifices immediately. Tried to go for some cooldowns to Washi, but that's going to be a blind reset by the rogue. And Frostboss is going to have to go for a bit of a reset himself. That Pillar of Frost getting denied is a little unfortunate, but he's also out of defenses to deal with the rogue's assault. That anti-magic zone actually was so perfect. Right as he's going for the shadow damage, a portion of this eviscerates is getting soaked up by anti-magic zone. But also the flagellation shadow damage is getting soaked by the anti-magic zone. So a little unfortunate for Frostboss how that worked out. Stun early onto Washi. Washi can go for a kidney shot. Maybe a dance combo. He does have 2 dances. Get a shot at Frostboss. Try to make big damage happen with the Shadow Blades. Is Frostboss going to be able to survive the Shadow Blades damage though? He does drop down Dark Saying onto the Rogue. Can you steal abilities like a Cloak of Shadows from the Rogue? Did Dark Saying even get any value? Did he get any use out of it? I wonder if there is an ability you can steal from the Rogue. Imagine if Shadow Step counted as a magic ability in a sense. Actually, you know what? He probably could steal the Door of Shadows ability. That does have a cast time. Frostboss kind of out in the open with not a lot of defenses to really work with. Washi did commit a Shadow Blades, so he's not going to have nearly as beefy of an opener here. But it's still going to be pretty deadly since it is a sub-rogue either way. Especially if he goes with the Ventier setup. Kidney shot setup onto Frostboss, trying to make the Shadow Strikes big eviscerates. Big fear by Frostboss as the dip slow. It looks like he wants to go offensive here. Grippy hand available. Washi trying to go for a reset with the grippy hand. Can he evade the obliterates? I don't know if he can. Frostboss got himself Pillar of Frost available. Stun to Washi. Does he have the obliterates procket through? Just goes through the damage onto Washi. Stun into Rogue right after. Does Frostboss have more obliterates to work with here as a dual wield Death Knight? Washi trying to get himself some CC setup. It's going to be a vanish. Frostboss does drop down a Death Knight out the guy. Fear right after this. The openers for the Rogue just cannot do anything as the Frostboss taking him out. Wait, this Death Knight absolutely just demolished the Rogue. The back-to-back fears. The stuns, just dealt with the rogue as best as it could. And now that he's on a cooldown, so Valens is probably going to take him out easily. Like, there's just not much else he can do. If Frostboss could just survive Valens here, this would be nutty. AMS available, burn through immediately. With a Venthyr setup, Valens is going to have himself a big go. Couple of Venoms is all he needed. Dude, that was amazing. What is the cooldown on that fear? That was awesome. That's like the biggest rogue counter, dude. Imagine going in, popping all your whammies, and you're going into a Death Knight. He has nothing left, feared. You got your Shadow Blades rolling, got your Flagellation rolling, and you're just waddling away from the guy, just moseying out of him. Moseying away from there, and he hits it with a stun. You can't reset. That was amazing, dude. That was clutch. Well, it looks like Cotton God, I guess, is drawn out first as Valens getting an opener on him. With the Vendetta, everything getting used. Blind to Valens, and Cotton God looking to maybe live this. Trinket did come out for Cotton God as he goes for a cheap shot onto... Or Valens. Trinket by... Is Cotton God dead? Cotton God just took a big heap of damage there for the Vendetta. And he still has a Vendetta, so Valens should be able to spot him. Sapped him? Oh no. Cotton God does not have a trinket anymore. Kidney shot does get reset. Cotton might have to go for a heal. He doesn't have any health. He's going for damage. He's just going in all out. Does have a Battle Master trinket to give him extra health. Big cheap shot on Valens does go for a blind. Oh no. Cotton God was so low on health. Had to use Battle Master trinket just so he didn't die to the dots. And I think Valens... What? How did you get... Did that sap break, or was that the shortest sap ever? I think it was the shortest sap ever, right? I'm sorry I got quiet for the video purposes. That was 100 bones from my man DC. What? Yo, can we get a big old hashtag DC for 100 bones? Valens taking out Cotton God, by the way. Trying to doorway of shadows away from Cajun. It looks like Cajun? Looks like Cajun does get himself a nice charge in onto Valens and not have the interrupt onto the Door of Shadows. We'll see how single-minded Fury plays out. Trying to go for them Venthyr setups. Door of Shadows does disarray Valens, does get him out. Trinkets with a blind. Boys, hashtag DC, by the way, for the 100-buck dono, my man. That is extremely generous of you. Thank you so much. That is a lot. I mean, you donate quite a bit on the streams regularly, too. That's a lot of bones in a single sitting, though, my guy. Not a lot of health roll to work with. At 33% dampening, Valens just sneaks up on him. Trinket not available for Cajun does have himself in rage regeneration, though, as Valens going in full blast damage onto Cajun. Does get a big heal once out of Valens. Does have a charge heal, but I don't think he's gonna have that much healing afterwards. Did get himself a little bit of that. Executes back to back to back. One is done, one and done. My mans, you donate a lot. You're extremely generous. Challenge accepted. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Look at this generous beauty. Big damage out of Mavar, though, from Valens. Dropping out big damage onto the rogue cloak and evasion. Is that going to be enough, though? It wasn't. Through evasion, Blade of Justice, ignoring a defensive completely. Man, Paladins are so strong, and they have a way for... Oh my god, DC. That's gonna be Z up next versus Mavar. Dropping down last verdicts, as much damage as it can. Hodge of the Z will not actually choose to strike it late. And it's gonna continue maximizing the value of them wings. Both of them playing the last verdict legendary. That's gonna be big. Hammers flying from far. Mavar does drop down super low. Bubble does get activated as Z try to go aggressive. Bubble for bubble here. Boys, can we get a hashtag DC in here? Marvel versus DC, I think DC just won. My man, thank you so much, dude. Challenge lost. I can't get mad at that. I can't get mad at that at all. Big damage out of both of the powers. Looks like maybe Mavar turning around onto Z. Does he have it? Oh, turning around onto Z at the end there. What is this? What's hashtag DC? Hashtag DC, by the way. It looks like Mavar taking out Z. Who's going to be next? I think it's going to be Pooh. The Paladin from last week, man. I think last week was the first time we actually seen Pooh from Doomhammer. Versus Mavar. Mavar does not have a lot of defenses to really work with here. So Pooh should have himself a nice setup. Has every defense available. Looks like Blessing and Protection for some reason isn't there, but he has everything else. Big damage out of Mavar. Try to force big bubble out of Pooh if he can. Pooh got himself lots of damage of his own. Bop available. Big damage to a Bop as the Paladins do have a lot of that holy damage. Yeah, Mavar without a bubble is a sitting duck, man. That was nutty. That was nutty. Valens with 3 kills, man. Well done. Assassination Rogue doing well, but yo, I love that Death Knight just versus a sub, bro.